Massive credit to the players for the second half performance and hanging in there in the first half, to be honest, because Rangers started miles better. We didn't quite get it right, a few individual errors at times, but not just that. I thought the shape were a little bit gun-ho, a little bit trying to really get on the front foot and get after Rangers. But if you don't quite get that right, they show you how good they are and how much they can punish you, and we certainly felt that in the first 20 minutes. Had to rely on the goalkeeper a couple of times and hanging in there. Tweaked the shape a wee bit, which definitely helped. We lost a lot of possession in the game at that point, but we were a lot more solid and managed to get in at half time just to 2-0. And then massive credit for the second half performance, the effort, getting the first goal. Well, the first goal of the second half was huge, because then at that point you're on the front foot, you get momentum, and then I thought from our second half performance we got at least what we deserved from the game.
Is that the character you want to see from your players?
Yeah, we've demonstrated that a few times now in recent weeks, which is something that has been questioned a lot this season. You know, I've had to sit and answer a lot of questions about the character of the group, the mentality of the group, but they've answered that numerous times in recent weeks, which is great. As I say, we had to ride our luck a little bit first half, but to come back the way we did, especially against a team like that, the Rangers are a really good side. To give them a 2-goal start is very, very difficult, but to then get back, to get 2-2 and then hit the post, had a couple of chances at the back of that. Gailey has his chance, shows you how far the group's come. And then once you get pegged back again to 3-2, it'd have been very, very easy to throw the towel in at that point, but I think again you've seen we finished the game strong and we've done everything we could to get back into the game, so credit to everyone involved. Delighted for the players.
David, even at 3-2, did you sense as though you still had a bit of belief about you as a team, as a collective, that there might be at least a couple of chances still to come?
Yeah, definitely, because of the way the second half had went. I think you could feel it in the stadium. You know, the crowd were right behind us, which at times when you find yourself 2-0 down could be difficult, you know, to back your side, especially against opposition like that. But I think I always felt it, that if we could get the next goal in the game, we could turn it, and then that was huge. And you could feel it in the stadium at the side of the pitch. You know, the players responded really well to that as well. We're on the front foot, desperate to try and get back into the game. From a coaching point of view, when it goes 3-3, you can see them trying to go again. You're probably looking at it a little bit, saying make sure we don't get done again on the break. But by that point, the players are running on adrenaline. They're on the front foot and desperate to try and win the game, which is brilliant from where we've been to where we are now.
As a coach, how do you assess a performance like that by Rocky Bushiri?
Listen, I think firstly you need to credit Rocky for his performance. Yes, there's errors within it, of course. He wasn't the only one. There was a lot within it, as I've already touched on. Even myself, tactically jumping at the wrong times or maybe not quite getting the message on. We need to look at that, because when you lose 3 goals, there's definitely areas to improve. But I think when you then show the character from making a mistake or having to deal with that, there's no better way to do it than to go and score a goal. But then also, not just that, how he performs in other moments within the game. So yeah, Rocky obviously scores a goal and does great in the game, but collectively second half I thought the effort, the desire was clearly there from everybody, but again, as I've said for many weeks now, there's still a lot to work on. We know that, we're not getting carried away at all, but at least the positivity is still there and we can keep this run going.
Since Pittodrie, really, Martin Boyle's really kicked on again. What's been the secret for that?
Confidence with Boyle as well. You know, at the same time he played a lot at the start of the season with an injury. Then he obviously was out once he had his operation on his injury, and at times Martin Boyle's been so successful at this football club in terms of his level of performance and how effective he is at this level, and when he slightly dropped that level of performance, he's obviously came out of the team, but he's also dealing with his injuries and setbacks of where he was. He's responded in the right way. He had to find himself not in the starting 11, which has probably not happened to him as well, whilst he's been at Hibs for a while now. So to show that character, to keep working hard, to wait for his opportunity, and he's got back into the team and he's playing with that belief and confidence in himself again, where he terrorises defenders and puts fear at them with his running power and his pace, and I think you've seen that today.
David, did you see as much of his leadership qualities as you did just of his natural quality on the ball? Yeah,
you certainly see that. That's something that you know, I joke with Boyle quite a lot, because when he joined the club, if you'd said to me that he's going to turn out going to be a Hibs captain one day, I'd have laughed at you, just because of the type of character he is, and that he won't take offence to that. That's just how he is. But he's someone that, in his performances over the years for this club, his efforts, he's matured into that role, and it was something that I spoke to him a lot at the start of the season about, you know, the next thing for him, which is to really show and lead by example because of his level of performance, but also his character he is and around the dressing room every single day, and really show that leadership skills, which I think you could clearly see today was there for everyone to see, which is great.